Hello and welcome back to another episode of Farm and Life at LaForge. So today we have a bit of a different episode for you. So you all probably know Dad does make some ideas around the farm, just simple things like the winch on the log splitter or the brush on the step for getting into the cabin wiping your boots. Just loads of stuff like that around the farm to help us out kind of on a daily basis, make things easier. So 5 years ago Mum actually entered him into a competition for one of his ideas. So Mum actually entered him into a competition 5 years ago for one of his ideas and he won. So they won €5,000 and a trip to Ream where they went to accept the prize. Then they came here to shoot a video to show the product. And I actually have this video here for you today, so I'll show you that. It is in French, so my brother Luke is speaking French to translate for Dad. And actually when they came out to shoot the video, it was in the summertime. It was actually 32 degrees outside and we didn't have any calves, so we actually had to borrow a calf off the neighbour to come over for an hour so that we could demonstrate the idea. Yeah. So also, just after I will show you, some of you might remember last summer we actually had a tractor go back to Ireland. So it was a Ford 4000. That was my brother's tractor. So he's going to update you on that and show you what he's been doing to it as well. And just a quick reminder that the clocks are still on sale at 20% off for the St. Patrick's weekend sale. So that sale ends on Sunday. So anybody who wants a personalised gift, so it's a clock that you can personalise yourself, choose whatever design you want, and it's just made to order. So I have 7 clock parts left. So yeah, I can only get done 7 now because it is just so hard to get the parts.
Je m'appelle Monsieur Garner, Agriculture Newant, France.
Je m'appelle Luc, je travaille avec mon père, je m'exprime pour lui parce qu'il parle très mal français. Il a eu cette idée parce que on a eu beaucoup de veaux malades avec le diarrhée. Lève-melon. Donc pour éviter que ces veaux ils tombent malades et éventuellement mourir, c'est de construire une caisse où les veaux ils puissent se réchauffer et où on pouvait leur traiter en sécurité. Voilà notre invention, une boîte réchauffante pour mettre des veaux malades dedans. On a une couverture avec plusieurs réglages, aussi une lampe pour réchauffer. Et on peut baisser pour avoir une température qu'on veut, avec la lampe aussi. Aussi, c'est monté avec un souffleur. Des fois, on tombe sur des veaux avec une température super basse, donc pour les réchauffer plus vite, le souffleur est très utile. Les avantages, c'est qu'on puisse laisser un veau toute seule pendant 24 heures sans être à côté de lui. Et puis, ça réchauffe le veau plus vite que de lui mettre dans un petit carré de paille. Et puis la caisse elle est mobile aussi pour enlever et la remettre aux vaches. Cette idée peut changer la façon de travailler des agriculteurs en gagnant du temps et en baissant le frais vétérinaire. Donc il va en avoir une meilleure rentabilité forcément, avec un taux de mortalité baissé et un peu plus de production de vendre à la fin. La prochaine étape, c'est de faire voir aux autres agriculteurs, en passant par des salons, que cette idée peut changer leur vie. Et on était très contents d'avoir gagné cette compétition. Ça nous permet maintenant d'y aller plus loin avec l'idée de mon père et de trouver un fabricant pour manufacturer cette caisse.
Now, just in here doing a steering box in our Ford 4000. As you can see, we have her off there now already. Just said I'd give you a quick run around it. the content. So there's your worm. So what was happening was the tractor was doing a full turn before it would actually move the wheels at all. So what we had to do, obviously it was a bearing job, didn't know quite the extent until we got in, but literally when I opened up this top cover here, well, one, there was the amount of sludge and water that was sitting in it for God knows how many years, which wasn't that good. But the bearings that were in this bracket here, that kind of moves up and down for the steering, all the ball bearings inside that were at the bottom, and then the ball bearings that sit at the top and the bottom were all loose as well. So there was literally all that was holding it in place was the actual steering column that goes over that. So yeah, glad to get that. Now, luckily got away okay, because there wasn't anywhere on the worm there at all, or on the housing. Luckily enough, because if I had to replace the housing, it would have been another about €200, I'd say. So yeah, so obviously got all our bits from Bepco and QTP. So yeah, hopefully get her back together now today, and I will film the rest of it. Right. Now, bit of an update for you. Finally got them bearings in, top and bottom. The top one was actually the worst. So what was happening was all the bearings in this had actually dropped. Like there's a little, I'll spin this around here and just, you can see, now you might be able to see. So there's a little guy down here with ball bearings inside that kind of goes around and spins on that auger. Well, it's actually the steering shaft, the auger piece at the bottom, and actually that piece wasn't in it from the beginning, so I don't know, this box must have been split at some other stage. So as you can see, there was actually a fair bit of play in the steering before I split it. So now I got them bits all on back again. Okay, actually it has to go in at the back of it, so I'll put that on after. So yeah, so there's top bearing there, as you can see. So now I'll try and change that a bit. There's only one shell to them bearings, top and bottom, and they have to kind of sit underneath a lip on the steering shaft. So they're a pain to get in. It's my first steering box to go at, and just perseverance now, to be honest, is the only thing that got through. But like that, once you have one done, you'll do all the rest of them, because it's just, you kind of know how to go about it a bit better. So yeah, just have to clean up all these surfaces now, make up gaskets for them, because you can't get the gaskets for them new now anymore apparently, and put the cover back on, fill it with oil, probably be 80W90. Now they say there's a John Deere oil that's kind of half oil, half grease. It's a bit thicker apparently. Now whether it can come on that anywhere, but if not, it's just going to be 8090 inside that. Now what I did notice on it was, I don't know how I'm going to go about it now, if I can or not. Oh, I can there actually. There's a little port down here to fill the oil up to that port as much as I can, because if I only fill it up to the level, I think it's the far side there, that top bearing isn't getting enough oil. Now it probably is getting a bit of oil with this splash effect or whatever, but just to be, so it's sitting in oil the whole time. So yeah, so that's the update on that now. As you can see, turning this now, maybe you mightn't be able to see it, maybe you will. Oh sure, you won't be able to now because that yoke is off. But the steering on it is very, very tight, night and day to what it was. So yeah, just that's the last thing now to do to it. After doing everything else, eventually got me rear lights and marker lights. Now, even though they are aftermarket, but sure, look, kind of hard to come on. Now that isn't the right battery, because the problem with that battery is when the bonnet is on, you have to put this over it because the poles are actually like this, they're too close to the bonnet. So if I can, well, the battery is grand, so I might just leave it in it, to be honest, the way it is, but you never know. If I come on a cheap one, I might change it. And if anyone can have the little, that's actually on the other side, if anyone has one of these lenses for the other marker, I know they're not on English models, they're only on the French ones, but if anyone has one, I'd be very, very interested just to complete it. Now I have come on one in France from a guy, but your man, as with nearly all French, even though I shouldn't say it, are just very, very hard to work with in getting payments and shipping and whatnot. They just do not comprehend. So yeah, so I'll take another video once it's all back together and give her a test drive, and you'll see how she works. And she is finally done. Thanks be to Buddha. Now, there we are. Now, it might be tiny bit. Actually, I'll go over the other side because you'd see it better. Excuse the mess. Now, you see, I might be able to see better there. Before, you're going to have to do a full turn of the wheel before the wheels would move at all. And now, as you can see, she is tight. Now, I'll take a better video when she's out and running, but very, very happy with that. Turning like a dream. And as well, beforehand, when you're steering, the shaft was popping up and down, and now she's just purely solid. So yeah, happy that's done now. We're back together, so just reassemble the dash and whatnot and get her out on the road, and I will take a video for you. Yeah, so oh well, one or two small things. I have to change this safety switch after getting a new one, and just the oil pressure switch down here as well, and to put a proper connection onto her. And then she is finally done and ready for sale. Be sad to see her go, but on to the next project after this. So thanks all for watching.
So that's that for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.